When you think about the main things that are super important when putting together a video, audio is probably at the top of that list, at least one of the most important things you can have. In fact, a lot of people agree that if a video has good visuals but terrible audio, they are less likely to watch it, as opposed to if it had poor visuals but really good audio. So audio is really important. My friends over at Fifine reached out to me again to send me their newest mic, the Profile 3. Currently rocking one of their mics right now, the K688, which I have absolutely loved using just because of looks, sound quality, price, all that. I'm excited to take a deep dive into the Profile 3 here and see how it performs compared to this guy right here. So without wasting any more time, let's check out the Profile 3. The price of the Profile 3 right now on Amazon is $79.49, but as I'm recording this video, you can actually get it for 15% off for $67.49. Everything you're gonna get in the box is going to be the microphone itself, one USB to USB-A cable, and your user's manual. Pretty simple overall with this package. They're not wasting your time with pointless stuff. Now here's a list of some of the really quick features listed for this mic. You got monitor mix control, a low cut and flat switch, sturdy metal construction, natural sound reproduction, I/O volume adjustment, quick mute button, and real-time monitoring. Starting on the back, you have your mic gain control as well as your headphone volume, those two dials on the back. On the bottom of the mic, you can find your USB-C port, your headphone port, and that low-cut filter switch. Then on the front of the mic, or at least what I think is the front of the mic, you've got your mute on and off button right there on the front. And then underneath that, you have like a monitor dial. So for example, if you take it all the way to the left, you're going to hear nothing but the microphone and what you're putting into it, what you're talking into the mic. That is all you're gonna hear. If you put it all the way to the right, you're going to hear what is coming out of your computer. So if you have like a window or background music or something playing, that's what you're gonna hear. And this allows you to essentially just kind of mix the two so that you can hear what you're needing to hear and balance it the way that you want. For all you audiophiles out there, I will post the nitty-gritty details as far as kilohertz and decibel points for you on screen right now. If you want to check it out in full detail, feel free to use the link to Fifine's website down below in the description. Overall design, this thing is definitely designed to be a podcast style mic. It really reminds me of the mic that would like come down for like your WWE Raw like things or whatever. It'd be like upside down like this, and you talk into it like that. That's what it looks like to me. Overall, the construction of this mic, most of it is metal. It's actually really heavy. The only pieces that aren't metal are gonna be your volume control knobs on the front and back. The two side knobs that you tighten the actual like mic with to position it the way you want, those are plastic. And then the actual base of this mic is plastic, like the top of it. This part right here, I don't know if you can see that. This part right here is metal, but the base right here is plastic. Although that being said, it's got some weight. Like when you put it down on the table, it's not gonna, like, it's gonna stay there. And it's also got some, I don't know if you can see that. There you go, some rubber feet right there. And so whenever you put it on the table, it's gonna stay, which is nice. But you can actually take this off, which is probably what I'm gonna do for our test. You can take this off just like that, and then you can have, you've got both threads. If you can see in there, and it's gonna be really hard to try to show you, but there's both threads for whatever mic mount that you're gonna be throwing this on. So that's very useful. I'm going to put it on my current mount right here when I do the testing. So as opposed to just leaving it on the table. And then yeah, you can kind of position it however you want, like this. It's, you know, it's got that tilt factor to it. So pretty nice looking mic overall. I think I actually like the look of the K688 better. This is just the style of mic that I like as far as the overall looks go. You know, seeing it on camera, I mean, it looks good. It's all black. Again, I like that. There's nothing too crazy going on as far as colors and other things. There's no RGB lights or anything. That's my style. I know some people kind of like a more loud look, but I appreciate when mics are very low profile, very clean and professional looking. They're not going to distract the viewer. That's what I appreciate as far as mics go. So very nice design overall. And then most of this, like I said, is metal. Without this part, I mean, this whole thing is really heavy in the hand. I mean, you could hurt someone if you use this as a weapon. So super excited to see how this performs. So I haven't tested it at all yet. So I'm gonna be doing a live testing and comparing of basically these two mics, because I'm using the K688 right now, and we're gonna switch over to this for a few of the tests as well. so here is the K688 just as it is. Dropped the file right in Premiere. I haven't done any post-processing on it, any audio enhancements, nothing. This is just the raw microphone sound. And this is what you guys have been listening to. This is the K688 with my own post-processing and audio enhancements turned on. All right, and here is the Profile 3 microphone. This is without the low cut filter on. That switch is off on the bottom right now. So this is just the raw sound that you'd get from this mic without that low cut, no post-processing done. I'm gonna turn on the low cut filter now. And this is what it sounds like with that low cut filter on. Again, that is going to help with like desk vibrations, air conditioned units, kind of like, you know, that low rumbling sounds that you can get in just like ambient areas. So good for if you're in a situation or if you're in a room that has that when you're recording. And here's the Profile 3 with my own audio enhancements and post-processing done to it. I'm going to leave the Profile 3 plugged in for a little bit while I explain this. Overall, I'm actually really impressed with the sound of this mic, guys. It is, I believe, a condenser mic, so it's going to be a really sensitive mic. So that's just something that you have to keep in mind. It does have that low cut filter built into it, but this is absolutely 100% a podcasting mic. This is for really crisp and natural sounds. So if you have a podcast, you're probably looking at this mic. I have worked on a handful of podcasts. I don't have any sort of podcast, but I do know having that really natural, clean sound makes it a lot more enjoyable to listen to, having a mic that's really crisp and clean. And I know sometimes it can be really hard to get that perfect like audio chamber sound for podcasts, especially if you're just starting one. You just got to work with what you have. So, you know, your room might be noisy. You might just have limited space that you're working with. So having that low cut filter on this mic as an option is helpful to help reduce that noise for when you're starting out. And, you know, you can't exactly just fine tune your area that you're in. So actually really pleasantly surprised with this mic. And I think it has a lot of use cases for those of you out there who are starting podcasts. I just realized it's been a little high, but I wanted to get it fairly close to my mouth while I was recording this. So you're just gonna have to, I just looked up and my chin's like completely cut off. So it is what it is. But yeah, anyways, guys, really good sound out of this mic, and I was pretty impressed with it overall. So let's wrap up this video with my general thoughts going over the mic. So there you guys go. That is the Profile 3 microphone. Condenser microphone from Fifine. Huge thank you to Fifine for sending it out. My general thoughts on it is it's a great sounding microphone. Love the look of it, love the features that it holds. I personally I don't do a whole lot of podcasting, and so the kind of mics that I need are your more dynamic mics. You know, you just plug it in. I need good sound from it. That's all I need. I don't need a bunch of features on the microphone itself. As long as it records good sound, I'm happy. That's what I need. For those of you who do record podcasts and other things that kind of require a little bit more fine tuning and a little bit more hands-on with the microphones, depending on the segments that you're doing in your videos, because those are generally live or at least extremely long form, it helps to have some control on the microphone itself. So the controls on the microphone itself, I think, are very useful, and it's laid out in a way that's really easy to understand and use. So that's a huge plus. I'm big on simplicity. I don't like overcomplicating things, especially when the whole point of it is to be as efficient as possible. At the end of the day, it's a really good sounding mic, and it does what it needs to pretty well. And so whether or not you should buy it kind of depends on what you're creating. I personally am going to probably keep it for more of a portable mic. If I'm doing any kind of pop-up videos or anything, I will probably bring this if I really want some good quality aside from my wireless mics. But aside from that, I'll probably stick with the K688 just because this is the style of mic that I like, and it's the sound quality that I shoot for in my videos as well. But if you guys want to check out the Profile 3 and grab one for yourself, I will have it linked down below. And like I said, as of right now, it is posted on there for an additional 15% off. That is it for this video, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Hopefully you got something out of it. If you had some questions about the mic, hopefully I answered them for you. If you like your general tech content, camera content, and a little bit of outdoor stuff, feel free to stick around and subscribe, because that is what I do here. And again, another huge thank you to Fifine for partnering with my channel and sending me products to review and look at, so I have some content to share with you guys. But that is enough consuming content, guys. Get out there, create something yourself. I will see you all in the next video.